That's a true combo at 999%? What? Hello guys, it's MikeMasterX10, and today I have a video for you guys. Now, the thing is, there are a lot of Terry videos out there, a lot of combo videos, a lot of how to play Terry, how to input this, input that, do all this kind of stuff to help to benefit your Terry game. Now, of course, this is really useful because since Terry's a new character and no one knows how to play him, those videos will help you. But there's also the other side, where since Terry is a new character, people don't know how to fight against him. Now, I haven't seen one how to fight against Terry video out there, and I think I got one for you. Alright, so the basics. To start off, what Terry mains love to do is run up, get you with like his neutrals or down tilts, because what those can do is set you up and for a bunch of other combos that he has in store. Like his jabs can connect into many moves like up B. Oh, sorry, hold on. Side B, power dive, which is down B, and back B. All that can rack up a lot of damage, especially if you know how to use the special inputs as Terry. So yeah, that's all the stuff that that your jabs can do. The down B, down tilt is actually extremely good because it can connect for long periods of time. See, all that was almost true, and 25 damage on DDD. But since his down tilt makes you hold down, it can follow up into a special input up B, which is the stronger version. Of course, that does 30 damage. Down can also combo you into power dive, the special input side B, and back B. Oh, whoops, that wasn't a back B. There we go. And yeah, of course, that's gonna rack up a lot of damage. But in order to avoid this, is shield often. So the Terry will always like try to approach you and land with a nair or any kind of move that'll put you in a position where the jab works or down tilt. Nair is probably the option that they're gonna use the most. But if they're really trying to get some sauce on you, they're gonna try to land with an up air. Only because of some videos out there about Terry have like some cool combo stuff with up air. So yeah, watch out for when he's in the air. When he's in the air or on the ground running up to you, shield often. Now, obviously, don't shield all the time. Otherwise, he's gonna grab you, and most likely down throw, because his up air can lead into a couple of stuff too. Let me see what I can do with this. I don't know. But yeah. So shield. Don't forget that move exists. Shield. All right. And when you do, for whatever reason, manage to shield his attacks, like his jabs, he'll most likely go for the power dive, and he'll end up behind you. So when he ends up behind you, that's an easy opportunity to punish with the forward smash. I recommend forward smash because that is the quickest option you have and does the most damage. But if you're it really does depend on your character. If your character has other moves that are, come out faster or are stronger than forward smash, like for example Fox, you'd want to do up air. Not up airs, up smash, or any other character like that. If you have it really does. Or any other character like that, use his strongest or quickest move. It's the best way to punish that. So yeah, most often I can guarantee most Terrys are gonna do this. Well, the special input one, like that. And that's actually really strong. It can actually deal 32 damage. It does around 30 damage. Maybe I'm not doing it correctly, but yeah, 30 damage each time. You don't want that to happen to you. That can rack up damage really fast and can spike if they manage to get you with it off stage. Next thing I want to talk about is his recovery. So the thing about his recovery is that it's really, really good recovering horizontally. Because he has so many options that he can use to recover that he's got a move for like almost every ledge guard that you're trying to pull off. So his recovery options can vary depending on how like where he is positioned off stage. So if he's like high off stage, he has a ton of recovery options. He can do like back B, side B, down B, bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna show you some examples. Why to pick that up? Let's see, ready? Alright, they could back B, double jump, air dodge, or... I'm just gonna show you. So back B is an option. You know, obviously go low and up B. He can do that. He can side B. And keep in mind, his side B, if when he holds it, it goes longer. So if you just tap it once, that's the distance he get. If you hold it, sorry, he goes far. So he can always control, depending on where you are, how far he should use that move. And he also has his down B. So if he does the special input down B, and you're off stage, you might be actually you might be screwed. So if he does that and you're off stage, he could spike. So keep that in mind. So if you see him like high up here, I don't recommend getting too close to him, because his side B, of course, has immense kill power, and especially special input side B, which is this. You can tell if it's a special input, if it's just regular blue or just green. So I don't recommend getting too close to him when ledge guarding, when he's like all the way up here. But if he's down here, like, hold on, I'm gonna try to blow myself up again. So if he's like down here, it's a little bit easier to ledge guard him because he can't use down B. If he uses down B, he's just gonna SD, as you can see. I mean, actually, he could still use it, but it's a lot riskier. So yeah, try to get him to try to force him to recover low. That's his weakness. He can't really recover vertically very well. And whenever he does recover, I see most Terry mains try to go over here, like close to this area of the stage, and up B. That way, he's more protected. If he up B is a little bit too early, like right here, then he's vulnerable. You could just forward smash him right here and just knock him off. So be aware of where he is, and if he up B's right here, go for the punish. Like, be prepared to forward smash him as he's recovering. But also, careful not to be right at the ledge, because his recovery can actually attack you on the ledge. So if he does that, it'll knock you back a bit. So like, I'd say be around in this position. Be prepared to, like, it doesn't have to be a forward smash. It could be like a down smash or any other move that you have that'll attack low and cover the ledge. And if he does decide to recover low and against the stage, like this, then go for a back air, or go for any aerial that'll cover this area, like right in front of the ledge. That way he'll get stage spiked. Of course, if he's at low percent, he could probably tech it, but it's not going to be easy to tech either way. At high percent, it's going to be untuckable, and it's actually a really good move because most characters' backers are very strong, and that'll certainly do a lot of damage to Terry. But, so one thing I want to point out is watch out, because Terry's ledge guard game is actually not as bad as you may think. So what the Terry would probably do is run up, turn around, and get you with a couple of back airs. So what he can do is just like attack like that, and the Terry doesn't have to be afraid. Like, cause since his backer is very strong, it could and it has some pretty good range. the Terry won't be afraid to go for it. So I recommend respecting that and keeping a good distance from that. And yeah, just watch out for his ledge guards. So back air and neutral B is what you'll see most often. This is his neutral B, by the way. The reason why you'll see that often is because of its range and knockback. It doesn't do too much knockback. Actually, it does a lot. Actually, hold on. Let's say the DDD is at 50%. Or it doesn't have to be DDD, the character. It has good knockback. Oh, I went so low. So, keep that in mind. So yeah, I'm just saying, watch out for back air and forward air. No, not forward air. Back air and neutral B. It has good knockback, and it actually stalls you in the air, kind of like Fox's Shine. So it's safer for the Terry to go a little bit lower than usual. Like, down here. And you'll still make it back up. So yeah, respect that. The last thing I want to point out is the stuff that Terry can do at 100%. So once he's at 100, you want to watch out for his special moves. He has super special moves that are extremely good with kill power and range. So when he has Go activated, which is always at over 100%, he has two options. Two brand new moves called Power Geyser, I think, or just regular Geyser, and his Wolf Claw. So Power Geyser, which is this thing, and Wolf Claw, which is that. That's Wolf Claw. Wolf Claw and Power Geyser are actually really strong. Power Geyser 31 and Wolf Geyser 30, I believe. Yeah. And they can actually kill very early. So, for Power Geyser, I recommend I recommend recovering low when Terry is like right here. If Terry's like right on the ledge and you're off stage, he's probably gonna be waiting right here only to use the Power Geyser because of how much distance it can cover. So it can cover all that range. Sorry, ignore that. Ignore that. It covers a large area, like this area right here. And it can't hit below the ledge, so I recommend going down here. And watch out for Wolf Claw too. So Wolf Claw can't grab you while you're shielding. So I recommend shielding often when you're in Wolf Claw distance. That way he'll go for it. And once he goes for it, and you're shielding, you can easily punish with an up smash or forward smash or any other move you got, because it actually does have a lot of end lag. Let me see how much. This is how much end lag it has. Wait, hold on. That's its end lag. It's actually a lot. So yeah, punish that. So when you're in his distance for a Wolf Claw, shield, hope that he's gonna do it. If he doesn't do it, you're good. It's fine. The last thing I want to mention is Terry's worst matchups. So I've been playing Terry online in online quick play battles, and I found that his matchups against characters with projectiles are not good at all. Now these characters that have projectiles can outspace him, and a lot of their projectiles force him to be in uncomfortable situations, like being in the air, and that's not really the ideal location for Terry. Now, when you're playing a character that has projectiles and fighting against a Terry, I recommend using those projectiles on the ground. That way the Terry will be forced to be in the air. And when the Terry's in the air, what they'll try to do most often is land with a neutral air, because that'll combo into combos. And with those combos, you're gonna rack up 32 damage like I did with that DDD. Now, watch out for his ground game, because his ground game is really good. Projectile characters can probably ruin his ground game. unlike other characters where their air game is actually pretty good, Terry's is okay, I'd say. It's not something you want to really go for unless it's back air. Back air is pretty good. But yeah, force him to do aerials and shield them. So like once you shoot the projectile, he's in the air. Shield if he lands onto you. Either shield and wait for the opponent and wait for that Terry to, you know, do some combo and downbeat and end up behind you, so you can punish that. Or shield and then once he lands on you, command grab instantly. You can do that by holding shield and pressing A, which is what I most often do, and I recommend. The grab comes out really fast, so if the character is gonna attack you, just let out a shield. A lot of your, probably depending on your character, you probably know a lot of combos you can do with that character out of shield. But yeah, and I have to say, probably sword fighters aren't good against Terry either. So sword fighters include almost most of the Fire Emblem cast, cause their swords outspace him too. They like to do, when they do aerials, the Terry can't approach them properly because he needs to be on the ground to set up his jabs and down tilts. And when they're doing aerials, of course, it's not the easiest to get the down tilt or jab in the while the opponent's airborne. So if you're playing a sword fighter, I recommend landing with a couple of aerials. That way, Terry will have to react differently and not go for these crazy combos. And also, if you're playing a Fire Emblem character, you most likely have a counter. So Terry is pretty predictable whenever he's trying to go up and attack you. Terry loves to attack, I can tell you that. Whenever he goes up, attacks. Whenever he's near you, he side Bs. Watch out for side B. Definitely respect side B. A lot of them will go for that, because that kills pretty good. Has pretty good kill power. So go for a counter pretty often. Like, don't become predictable, but don't be afraid to whip at that counter. I was playing Crom, and a lot of Terrys would just side B or do some attack while I counter. So yeah, when you're fighting against a Terry, I'd say Samus, Fire Emblem fighters, and Pit. Those are his hardest matchups. Probably more characters, like maybe Link, like all of the Links, and maybe Mega Man to an extent. Actually, not really Mega Man. A decent amount of the projectile-based characters can counter Terry. So there you go, guys. This is your little how to beat up a Terry video. Now, if this video helped you, please let me know. I want to know if these tips are actually useful, obviously. But if you have any other tips to share with me, please let me know too. I also want to learn how to fight against Terrys. There's so many Terrys out there right now. They're kind of annoying, but Terry is a really fun character. I don't blame him for playing Terry. So yeah, let me know if you have any other tips or tricks or better matchups against Terry. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked it, and if you did, subscribe or like or share this video to your friends if you think they have Terry matchup problems, or maybe if you're a Terry main yourself. Watching this video will help you knowing what you can avoid doing and how you can counter Terry counters, if that makes any sense. But yeah, bye guys.